Hello everyone, that Manga Kid here to give my review of Caterpillar Girl and Bad Texture Boy by Sanzo. This is a YenPress release, single volume, and this isn't something I would typically read. I'm not really into the monster girl sort of genre, and I think this would kind of qualify in that, but this Caterpillar Girl is so cute, and I read a preview of this when it first was released, and it's been on my mind ever since, and I just couldn't get it out of my head that I really wanted to read this manga, and it was very interesting. I I enjoyed it. It didn't go in the direction I thought it would. It was a bit darker actually than I was expecting, which was a nice surprise. But basically, we follow this boy whose name is Akane, I believe. I think it's Akane. Yes. And then his childhood friend, Suzume. She is in love with him. She's, very smart. She's very pretty. She's popular. I'm pretty sure she's also athletic. And he's kind of a dorky, nobody dude. And so when she asks him out, he's just like, you're too perfect. My existence in your life would just bring you down. Like if I was your boyfriend, you'd be getting the losing part of this deal. And so he just doesn't feel comfortable going out with her because he's intimidated and feels inferior. So she goes and turns herself into this caterpillar. And now that she's, ugly and not perfect, she, expects that he'll finally go out with her. Now, of course, there are some issues with this situation. And it's just kind of the story unraveling from there of him trying to figure out how she became this caterpillar in the first place, and how to change her back, because it's basically the story about him learning how much she cares for him and how much he overlooked in that, and how much his self-deprecation affected her in a negative way. And it's a very interesting kind of retrospective story of, wow, if I had just done this, or if I had realized this sooner, none of this would have happened. But yeah, like it's a him kind of having to look within himself and see his own flaws right in front of him, and acknowledge that he's not the worst human, and if he had just been honest with his feelings and confronted or confronted her feelings head on instead of retreating the way that he did, that things could have been different. But yeah, I mean, I'll show you. I don't want to spoil the later half as it is only one volume, and I think that it's really worth experiencing for yourself. But look at how adorable this little caterpillar is. And like, look at the way she just like S's her body around him. It's so cute. But yeah, like I said, don't be fooled. This definitely takes a bit of a darker turn. And yeah, I mean, it was really good. I will absolutely reread this. I'm glad I picked it up. Like I said, it's not my usual cup of tea. I'm not into the monster girl sort of genre. But this was a really interesting series, and it kind of, I don't know, it kind of sparked an interesting dialogue about self-esteem and, self-worth. I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. I don't see a ton of people talking about it, and I know I think it's a couple years old now. This was released a while ago. But it's definitely worth checking out. And it's not like violent or gross in any way, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, it's just a short, cute, but sad sort of story, and I love this cover too. I think just the simplicity of it is really striking. Yeah. Anyway, Caterpillar Girl and Bad Texter Boy. Definitely recommend checking it out. If you've read something similar to this, I'd be interested to hear some recommendations. Yeah, because if there's more that are like this, I'm willing to kind of dip my toe into this section of manga that I typically avoid. But yeah. And there's no like hypersexualization of anybody in this, which is why I typically stay away from this section of manga. But there's no kind of sexual explicitness or anything. She's just a caterpillar and he's just a dude. Anyway, thanks for watching.